So as you've probably heard, Jon Jones is finally retired, the bad man's finally gone, and Tom Aspinall is now officially the champion. What do you think about that?
I think it's long overdue, man. I feel like Tom Aspinall should have got a better chance to prove himself and to show the world that he actually was the undisputed champion. And for Jon Jones to just kind of duck out, it's kind of cowardly in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Jon Jones has always done stuff like this. He didn't go to heavyweight for a long time until there was Cyril gone, somebody that he knew he could out wrestle pretty easily.
So would you say, with Jon Jones' record, do you think how much of it was like him actually dominating everybody, and how much of it was him getting lucky and picking some people that he could beat?
Well, one thing that has to be said, even though we don't want to admit it, Jon Jones is objectively the best UFC fighter of all time.
I agree.
He should be on everybody's number 1 list, or you don't have him on the list at all because of the steroids. But Jon Jones is the best. He's achieved the most.
He's 100% like a crazy fighter, someone that I would never want to go against. But at the same time, I think with being the champion and the best in the world, you have to deal with the fact that you're going to have to defend your right to be the best, which means someone like Tom Aspinall, who we all agree is, should probably be on the top. If someone's like coming after your claim to be on the top, you have to give them a chance if you want to say that you actually are the best. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and Jon Jones has not done that a couple of times. This is the biggest and most obvious one, but there was Ngannou, Cain Velasquez, Rumble Johnson, and even Stipe in his prime. Jon eventually fought the pretty much retired version of Stipe, but he didn't fight the Stipe that just knocked out DC without steroids, unlike Jon.
Do you think that the only reason why Jon Jones decided to go take the Stipe fight was because he knew Stipe was out of his prime?
Oh yeah, Stipe, he's a good name, good on your record. He is the heavyweight GOAT, but that Stipe wasn't the Stipe that became the heavyweight GOAT.
Right. So Jon Jones is somehow, tipped his hat and he's gone. First of all, do you think that is Jon Jones's decision, or do you think it's Dana White's decision?
Oh, it's definitely Jon Jones, if I had to say. Right. Dana White, he likes Jon Jones. He likes being able to say this is the greatest fighter to ever live. He is our champion. He is our heavyweight guy. But Jon Jones has been saying pretty much this whole year, you're like, I don't care about fighting. I don't even really want to fight.
So do you think that Dana White gave him an ultimatum? Like, this is where we're at here. We got to make some progress. Like, take these fights or get out? Or do you think Jon Jones one day was just like, you know what? I think I'm just done now.
I think it was the second one. I think Dana was doing everything he can to keep Jon Jones around, but Jon Jones didn't care enough.
How do you think that Dana White's going to react now that everyone says, or Dana White always says that he's the greatest pound for pound of all time? How do you think that he's going to be now that he's gone? Like, he's going to always defend Jon Jones as being the greatest of all time, right? Because he's in love with Jon Jones.
Yeah.
But do you think that who's he going to be building up now? Do you think is he going to go after Tom Aspinall that way? Is he going to build up Tom Aspinall that way?
Oh, definitely not that for a little bit. But that's a really good question. Who's going to be the big guy that Dana is behind? If I had to pick a name off the top of my head, if Ilia Topuria beats Charles, that's probably going to be his new guy. That this is like our guy. This is the best to ever do it right now.
Sure, but Ilia Topuria kind of deserves it.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
He's definitely getting really big up there.
Right. So where does that put us at? So we got heavyweight. Tom Aspinall is now the undisputed heavyweight champion.
Yes.
All right. Who's number 2?
I believe the next person to fight Tom is Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane won his last fight by robbery decision over Volkov. So Volkov's going to be fighting Almeida. And I honestly think Almeida is the guy who would beat Tom Aspinall. I'm not saying definitely would, but if there's somebody who's going to, it's going to be Jailton Almeida. His BJJ, his wrestling is very good, and we haven't seen somebody really go out there specifically trying to submit Tom Aspinall. And Jailton Almeida is just as good as a finisher as Tom almost, besides from the travesty that was the Derek Lewis fight and his loss against Curtis Blades. He's pretty much going out there, getting everybody out of there in the first round by either TKO or submission.
How good is Tom and Aspinall's ground game?
He's definitely a really good ground game guy. I
and
think
plus
his dad...
he has a lot of like strength and build that works both ways for heavyweight. Right. He's got obviously the height, but the size of him and his body size is good for speed too. And he has enough bulk. He's a good balance between like skinny for speed, because dude's fast. Aspinall is wicked fast. But also like the body structure to still be able to hold yourself on the ground game.
Yeah. He's big and athletic, that definitely. There's some heavyweights that are just kind of big. Taito Iwasa comes to mind. But he's big, fast, athletic. He's a good mix of all of that. Also, another thing, we got an actual active heavyweight champion. I mean, in the time that Jon Jones had 2 fights, his fight before that, Dominic Reyes went on a 3-fight KO losing streak and then a 3-fight KO winning streak and is now in a contender again. It was just ridiculous that he was able to get away with all of this. And off topic, very true, DC would have fought Tom Aspinall as soon as possible. Even though DC was a worse fighter, he was just objectively more courageous, and he took on the guys that Jon didn't, like Rumble and Stipe in their prime.
Right. And so isn't that really the real discussion of what we're talking about here is, yes, you have a really good record, and no one's like disputing the fact that you're
nobody can
a badass.
Dispute. You're a good fighter. You're the best ever. But there were people who were objectively worse fighters like DC who just was willing to take on the challenges that you weren't.
It's about like being basically brave or courageous. Do you have enough bravery to take on someone who actually might screw up your career? Long story short, if someone challenges you and you're the champion, I mean,
if you're the greatest in the world.
If you're the greatest in the world,
you got to prove it.
You got to prove it. If someone challenges you, it's just like, you know, the animal kingdom. If someone challenges you for your throne, man, don't back down. Just fight.
Or at least just not waste our time.
Not waste of time. Exactly. Right? That's a lot of fans that, like, basically were pissed off for, like, the last 2 years.
Yeah, we thought we were going to get all these good fights in 2025, and now you're just gone.
Yeah. All right. Perfect, man.
Well, thanks for watching. This was good. That's just the main thing we got to keep at the end of this, that now we have an active champion. This is actually a good thing, even though Jon is gone. Actually, Jon being gone is a good thing in and of itself, but this is good. We got more good fights coming in the future, and we're going to be covering them. See you then.